This is highly normal. This is really normal. The Capitol security guys will come by here every once in a while. And the other team, you know what the other team will say about the fact that this guy came by and looked at us? I got videos of these losers.
What do they say?
They're a bunch of white supremacists. And actually half of them is a black guy, in the car.
Oh.
A bunch of white supremacists, and they're here, and they're over here to harass us. They just do this.
Yeah, most of the time it's a black guy in there.
Yeah, and we don't care. We don't care. But there's videos of these losers. They're all paranoid, and they're telling everybody that this guy's here to arrest them, and they're just nuts, And they put these videos out like that, and they're making up all this stories and stuff.
Yeah.
That's we have a park patrol. Where I live right next to a park, and the park patrol comes by like on a regular basis. That's what they do, right? They just
that's their job.
That's their job. The garbage guy. The garbage guy came by my house. It was actually on a Friday, not on a Thursday, because of the holiday, right?
Right.
But once a week, this guy comes by. He's a racist, right? Because
What?
I'm just making this up, they make up these stories, because these people, they're just paranoid.
Because they're part of the system.
They're part of the system, yeah. And this Capitol security guy, we've talked to him before. It's nice as can be. He'll tell you where to go. He'll say, "Oh, you're a tourist.
A little history.
You're a
Well,
tourist."
I interacted with the last time I was here because I walked around where I had never walked before.
Yeah.
For years or whatever. And the guy's
Real nice.
he's originally from England.
Yeah, there's one of them that's like that. Yeah.
He's been here 30 years. So they got
Yeah.
the accent. It's like
Yeah. And most of these guys, they're friendly. All they're supposed to do is that's just their route.
yeah.
They just do it. They're required to. They're not up here to look at us necessarily, or these people that were here.
Yeah, make sure that nobody needs help or is lost or
or whatever. That's just what they do. It's a patrol. Basically, one of this idea of community policing used to be a big thing where they would have people, in your neighborhoods and be, available on foot. And they would talk to the people that live there and stuff and get to know them and stuff. And if you're having problems, you could talk to your local beat cop, the one that patrols your neighborhood, and say, "Hey, Mary or Joe, or whatever, these people that you're talking to," and tell them about how there's a problem there's a stray dog who's running around here all the time, or there's this one kid who doesn't have a place to live, and they'll talk about that stuff, and then a lot of times that people will figure out how to solve problems, like that dog's that's actually that old guy's house over there. That's his dog, and he lets him out, and that kid, we should try to get him into the local shelter, or we should get him some help or whatever.
like we had the little lady that would come around and steal all the recycling out of the recycling bins.
Make some money off of that.
Yeah, she was a slum landlord, and she used to have her middle-aged son drive her around, and she'd get into everybody's recycling, steal all their aluminum cans.
Well, I owned a property in Minneapolis that was right next to this guy who claims to be the landlord to Minneapolis, and what he would do is he would dump all of his box springs and crap like that in my backyard.
Oh yeah. I have
got
to watch
videos
that
of him doing it.
Every year when the university has their move-in, move-out weekend. I have to practically stand back in my alley and guard my.
Because I would every once in a while. Most of the time, the city would just take it, but every once in a while, the city would charge me a fine because
You're allowed so many per year.
yeah, and so I get a fine. One time, I got a threat from the city because this loser landlord, slumlord guy, dropped a big stack of box springs, and the garbage guys came by and said they were full of bed bugs or whatever. That's probably why he dumped them in my backyard. And then it's like, then I had to like haul them to a professional place, because, and the neighbors who lived there said, you know, they showed me pictures, they give me a video and everything of this guy in his big white van
Yeah.
dumping, because he's the guy that owns this thing.
That, and then you have the metal scrappers that come by and steal your metal from your
They'll knock on your door, you know, and they'll say they're here to recycle your appliances or whatever. And what they're doing is looking for whether or not you're home, you know. And
Some of them are, yeah.
you know, and they scrap. If the scrapping, the vandalizing all this property, if they could figure out how to get rid of the scrappers.
Oh, I had somebody, they had a brand new hood for a car that they were restoring in their garage. And they had the garage door open, and one of the scrappers came along and took it.
Yeah.
The hood to a car that he was restoring. Yeah.
Because it's metal.
Yeah.
The prices have been skyrocketing. So it's worth more.
That's like really bad.
How much of a walk is it to get to McDonald's from here?
She didn't
I'd
walk
go.
to McDonald's. She
I'd
drove her
go.
car and drove. If she would have walked, she wouldn't be back till 2.
Oh, no.
I'm in the
I
price.
walked to McDonald's.
I'm in the.
Can't you hold it for 2 weeks?
No!
This old guy is very
I think they
sympathetic.
thought it was weird. I go into McDonald's, just go to the bathroom. Yeah, I don't want to buy that. I just need the bathroom.
Could have got a water.
I was binge watching
I'm gonna go off again.
Yeah, I left my purse here.
Well, that's true.
that
I can't go off.